Welcome to 189 Media, where we just don't give a shit. Today we will be reviewing Skull Island, The Birth of Kong Issue 1. This comic book series was brought to my attention by Bloody the Reaper, and I'm glad he told me about it, because it is pretty much a sequel to Kong Skull Island. Anyway, let me first do a quick summary of the issue before reviewing it and discussing this comic series further. First off, check out this cover. The graphics are awesome, and they are like that throughout the comic. The comic starts out in the year 2012, just a few years before the world learns about Godzilla and other giant monsters living on Earth. A mysterious package is found off of a crash site, and it has a mon-arc label. We then learn the package contained field notes from this guy's kid. Yeah, the young black guy with glasses from the movie Skull Island. And it looks like he scored with that cute Japanese chick from the movie and had a son. The problem is his son is a bit of a party pooper. 15 years earlier, back in 1995, the dude's son discovered his father's notes on Skull Island. It would appear that after Skull Island, the survivors wisely chose to tell no one about all the giant monsters on Skull Island because they knew King Kong would keep them all in check. To make a long story short, the dude's son disagreed with his father and went on a secret mission to Skull Island with a few experts. And the second they get to Skull Island they are attacked by flying creatures called psycho-vultures, which the comic provides detailed files about at the end of the comic. Shit happens. They jump out of their plane early. Debate about going back to the plane before they are met by these nasty looking raptor-like creatures. However, before all of the humans are turned into raptor breakfast, King Kong's foot makes a cameo and stomps on those creatures, before grabbing a bunch of them with a single hand and stomping on a few more. I'm guessing Kong got bigger since the movie, but it is hard to tell just how big. Anyway, the group of 5 has now become a group of 3.5, and they are freaking out over the welcome they received from the island, freaking out until they are greeted by the island natives. However, since the movie, the natives talk in English. So yeah, as you can see, this mini-series is off to a good start. It is a 4-issue mini-series that is being put out directly from Legendary, so that means it is canon. And the MonsterVerse logo tells you that Legendary will be using more comic books as cross-promotion for their MonsterVerse universe, at least for now. Anyway, the comic is a worthwhile read. It is fast-paced, the storytelling is solid, and you can tell the studio dumped some good money on this just from the outstanding graphics. It looks like Legendary learned their lesson after releasing Godzilla Awakenings a few years ago, which had lackluster graphics and a very dry story. Anyway, I highly recommend checking out this comic. If you were a fan of the movie Skull Island, then you are going to love this comic book. My final score is an 8 out of 10. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember to leave shit in the comment section below. Over and out.